about doing something new. Let's talk about living in a new way, acting in a new way, but all under the auspices of fulfilling oneself, being the best version of oneself humanly possible. I see far too many young men today and older men who are either stuck in their glory days or they are stuck in the spirit of conformity. Meaning, if the friends and family members aren't doing it or they do not co-sign off on the behavior, they're not going to participate because it goes against what they have deemed to be the appropriate mode of operation. That's bullshit. And the reason why that's bullshit is because 9 times out of 10, these individuals do have an inkling for change. These individuals do have a desire for better. But because they're so wrapped up mentally and spiritually in the ideas of being liked, they do not want to disappoint. I believe that, like most things, the cemetery and the penitentiary are filled with men and women who wish they genuinely had taken the path least traveled. Because far too many of us conform to the path that is traveled the most. And that path that is traveled the most just happens to be the path that is the most destructive. With each day, I'm trying to walk closer and closer with God. Not only am I trying to walk closer and closer with God, I'm trying to understand God's teachings and I'm trying to understand why God's saying what he's saying so that I can apply these things to my life. But popular society would have us believe or have us treat God as fairy tales. If not fairy tales, something that happened a long time ago that has no bearing on the present day and time. And I prefer to say that, you know what, that even if that is the case, I understand within me that is my desire to serve God, and not only my desire to serve God, but my desire to understand God. So I am going to go against conventional methods of thinking, and I'm going to focus, and I'm going to seek out other men and women who have sought God for themselves and have come to an understanding that who they're serving is a true and mighty God and worthy to be praised, not only worthy to be praised, but worthy to be sought after. I say all of this to say that we have to get away from this notion that what makes us great men is our ability to fall in line. When I believe what makes us great men is our ability to go against what is deemed right. I have no problem not being liked, but also I'm an older man. So I have enough experience and understanding under my belt to realize that being liked by everybody is also a problem. So if that is the case, I like myself. Not only do I like myself, I'm good with the few people that like me. And I'm good with the rest that don't. Most of you young men out here today have to come to grips with these things. You have to walk the road least traveled rather than walking the path that everyone's trampling on. The path that everyone's trampling on is oversaturated, and people are giving you misinformation about what's appropriate and what's not appropriate. And most of it, we're just swallowing it, thinking that this is good information. And the only reason why we're thinking that this is good information is because everybody is doing it. But for those who are doing the contrary, we look at them and we laugh at them and we call them foolish and stupid. When the reality is, are they truly stupid? Or are these men and women truly living their lives and not allowing the wolf in them to be tamed? So if there's anything you do today, try your best to make sure that whatever it is you're doing, it is based off of your desire to be a better version of yourself today. Just as it is important to make sure that whenever you step out of your door, you're representing the best version of who you can be, not the best version of what others deem you to be. Because as I said before, far too many of us are too comfortable going along to get along. Far too many of us are comfortable trying to please the peanut gallery. And the penitentiary and the cemeteries are filled with men and women who would have the most regrets. If you like this content and you want to hear more, please consider subscribing, liking, and sharing. And remember, stay gorilla-minded.